Bank of America, big bank, refuses to reimburse customers' stolen money. Let's put him up. We're talking about Brandon Wilson, all right? Mr. Wilson had just left a bar in Chicago's Gold Coast Historic District. This was last Labor Day. He found himself surrounded by thieves. Quote, "They threatened me," Wilson told ABC 7 in Chicago. Quote, "They asked me to open my wallet and give them my phone. To unlock my phone, I was beyond terrified, fearing for his life." He said he gave the thieves all the valuables he had on him at the time, including his cell phone, which he unlocked. They took off running, but the nightmare was not over. It was just beginning. So Wilson filed a police report, okay? But when he got home, he found much more had been taken from him. Several Zelle transactions had been conducted, transferring more than $4,000 from Wilson's accounts to others. He called Bank of America to submit a fraud claim. They provided him a temporary line of credit, totaling the money that was stolen. Quote, "I thought I was good," Wilson said. A week later, he received a letter from Bank of America with shocking news. His claim was denied because bank officials wrote, quote, "The charge was authorized by someone. The author was authorized by you or by someone who has permission to use your card or account." Wilson was out $4,400. Been a customer since he was 14 years of age. Said he felt betrayed by the bank. Quote, "Horrible. It just shows they don't value me as a customer," Wilson said. "I've given them the police report, the identity theft report, every piece of information I have. It's clear as day. I did not make these charges." So Wilson filed another fraud claim. But last month, he received a second denial letter identical to the first. Quote, "The fact that they're re-victimizing me and bringing this trauma to my life over and over again, I hate it," Wilson said. He decided to go public, telling his story to Chicago's ABC affiliate. A BOA representative did reach out to Wilson, who posed the question, "How am I responsible for this? How?" It's still unclear whether BOA will approve Wilson's claim. But he's far from the only one this has happened to, who's been a victim by Zelle scammers responsible for hundreds of millions of dollars in pilfered funds. Just last month, JP Chase announced it will begin blocking Zelle payments that are linked to social media contacts or online marketplaces. The bank may ask customers to specify the reason for the payment and the medium of communication, blocking any transaction that appears risky. Last year, 3 of America's biggest banks, JP Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo, were sued for failing to prevent scammers operating on Zelle. A complaint from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau accused the banks, along with Zelle, of allowing fraud to fester on the online payment platform, all right? So you got similar incidents. Remember Chase Bank customer in Chicago, her life savings after fraud incident drained her account. We reported on it because she didn't report it within 30 days. Well, it was an account she didn't check every day, okay? So they refused to pay her because she didn't get the claim in timely, all right? It left her penniless. Chase Bank also refused to give a restaurant owner $7,500 back after, he said, scammers altered a check that was originally written for $200 to someone who helped him clean. Then a New Jersey man who lost his entire life savings, $142,500, to a phone scammer that said Chase Bank refused to reimburse him. Okay, let's put him up full mass. Jamie Dimon and is the CEO of Chase, and Brian Monahan is the CEO of Bank of America. They are in charge. They got plenty of money, company money, not even their own. They got plenty of that too. They have a responsibility, yes. Their responsibility falls within ethical, legal, statutory, and moral, good customer service guidelines, at least it should be. Back to the original story, Bank of America's official claim twice is that you gave them permission. Whoever used it had permission. So if you get robbed and you give them your valuables, including your Bank of America card and or code to your phone because you want to live, the bank will consider that you giving someone permission. Even a civil court would not consider that permission. That's called under duress. So how in the hell is Bank of America able to get away with this? And all the other banks included, to be frank. All right, dear brother, thoughts here.
My thoughts are that Jamie Dimon and Brian Monsterhand are horrible people. And why do I say that is because the banking system in this country and globally has been horrible for years. We know this because of its continued practices, its unethical practices. I am a firm believer in capitalism, but I am also a firm believer in morals and ethics. And the two are not opposites. They can go hand in hand. This is a case of procedure and bureaucracy. Bank of America has said if fraud has happened, show us proof. He showed them proof and they still denied his claim. The reason why this is a big deal is not over the $4,400, which I'm sure means a lot to the victim. The reason why this is a big deal, America, is because this can easily happen to you. It's so easy to look at stories and say, well, it's happening to someone else. This person's getting deported. That person's getting arrested. This person's fraud claim is under investigation or is being denied until it's your turn. So we need to speak up and speak out now.
That's right, and this is how policies change for the better before it happens to anyone else, including you and me.